The pre-inauguration speech where Donald Trump says that he's going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America is actually 1 hour and 15 minutes long. And that was like a really short, like 10-second snippet of the pre-inauguration speech. And I know most of you have absolutely no desire to watch that whole entire 1 hour and 15-minute speech. So I watched it for you, and I'm going to hit the highlights. I already know he thinks that he's going to be able to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. We already heard that he wants the Panama Canal and Greenland to be a part of the United States, but he expressed his willingness to take Greenland and the Panama Canal by military force. So we could potentially be going to war in an effort to obtain Greenland and the Panama Canal as part of the United States. He's not interested in buying Greenland or the Panama Canal. He's willing to take it by military force. He has a bunch of foreign businessmen that are willing to invest billions of dollars in this country. He brought up one, Mr. Hussein, who guaranteed that he would invest $20 billion at minimum into business in the United States. He said it could possibly be $40 billion. He said he has more businessmen who will invest billions more dollars into business in this country, but he's not going to bring all of them out on that specific night. My question is, if you have all of these businesses who are going to invest billions of dollars into this country, why the fuck are you raising taxes on the poorest people in this country? Joe Biden recently banned drilling for oil on most of the United States coastline. He doesn't like that. He wants us to drill for our own crude oil right here in this country, as opposed to purchasing crude oil from other countries and importing it. I did a little bit of research. The reason why Joe Biden banned the drilling for the crude oil on most of our coastline is the effect that it has on our environment. The drilling will pollute the area where we're drilling for the oil. The damage that it does to the coastal communities and the pollution in the air. It pollutes the air, the damage that it will have on the environment and those coastal communities. That's the reason why it was banned, because Joe Biden said that the benefits don't outweigh the risks. The benefits of drilling for the crude oil locally imposes too great of a risk on our environment. So that's why he banned it and said that it would be better for us to purchase the foreign oil and import it into this country than to poison our own waterways and our coastal communities and our environment. In addition, those businessmen who plan to do business in this country, he guarantees that if they are investing at least $1 billion in this country, he will fast track their EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, applications. He says that sometimes the businesses, their application is held up in the EPA for 15 months, maybe longer. He says that if you invest at least $1 billion in business in this country, you could come and fuck up our environment. You can pollute our waterways. You can pollute our air. You can release all kinds of fucking poisonous gases. He didn't say that exactly, but that is what he's saying. He's going to fast track EPA applications for any business that plans to invest at least $1 billion in business in this country. He's sworn in, he's going to pardon the insurrectioners, those people who forced their way into the Capitol on January 6th. He plans to pardon them. He doesn't really feel like they're criminals and they really did anything wrong. He said it's people out here doing worse stuff and they're not even in jail. He called Ashley Babbitt, the woman who was unalived by Capitol Police as she tried to enter the House chambers. He called her a hero. So he plans to pardon the January 6th insurrectioners. He talked a tremendous amount about himself and claims that he did all of these amazing things. He claims that he saved 5,000 soldiers in Syria. He likes to talk in circles. He's also once again claiming that he will be capable of reducing inflation and lowering grocery prices and gas prices. Even though immediately after he won the election, he said, "Oh, I can't do that. That's once inflation is up, it's up, and I can't guarantee lower grocery prices." He's guaranteeing that again. And mainly he just talked a lot about himself and all of his accomplishments for the first 33 minutes. kind of what it kind of sounded like word salad. Kind of like the first 33 minutes was him just talking, and it sounded like dementia word salad. I mean, he's almost 80, so. He also said that he reinforced what he previously said, which is if the Israeli hostages are not released by January 20th, when he is sworn in, all hell will break loose. He did not go into details. He said that's all he needed to say. He said it and that's it. If those Israeli hostages are not released on January 20th, all hell is going to break loose in Gaza. It looks like we're going to be going to a lot of wars. It looks like a lot of soldiers are going to be deployed under this administration because he wants to take Greenland and the Panama Canal by military force. All hell is going to break loose in Gaza. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. War costs money, so I'm not really sure how he's going to save us money. In addition, he's bringing in all of these billion-dollar investors while at the same time raising taxes on the poorest people in this country. He plans to pollute our air, pollute our water with drilling for crude oil, because for him, it's a better option to pollute our coastal communities, pollute our waterways, pollute our air. That's a better option than purchasing foreign crude oil.